What is up, guys? Thank you for joining me today. Coffee break here. And on this video, I want to discuss the NFC West. Now, my initial thoughts when I saw the draft, I thought to myself, the Niners obviously got better. But I look at the Cardinals, who weren't a huge threat even though they beat out the Niners twice last year. I didn't really see them as a competitive team. Now, with the current draft they just had and the changes in the organization, I think it's fair to say they got way better. They do remind me of the Niners 3 years ago when Shanahan was brought in to change the culture here. You look at the Seahawks, who is known for drafting well in recent years, are not going anywhere either. I think they've improved in some areas and they still have Russell Wilson. Rams, on the other hand, who went to the Super Bowl, are also not going anywhere, but I do see them taking a step back this year. Is there a Super Bowl hangover? We will find out, but let's discuss in more detail. Now let's look at Arizona, and even more specifically, the head coach. Cliff Kingsbury is becoming Arizona's head coach after spending 6 years with Texas Tech. He coached Mahomes. Last October, he was asked about Kyler Murray and only gave nothing but high praise. He quoted, "Kyler is a freak. I would take him with the first pick of the draft if I could," end quote. Oddly enough, 6 months later, he's drafting him number 1 overall. Funny how that works. Man of his word, this guy is. The Cardinals added Murray and traded Josh Rosen out to the Dolphins, but outside of Murray, who I think is a very good quarterback, they added some nice additions to the team. Let's look at Byron Murphy, who I feel was the top corner in this draft, was taken in the top of the second round, solidifying this defense with an already good group: Budda Baker, Patrick Peterson, Chandler Jones, to name just a few. The Cardinals, I think, best value pick was taking Hakeem Butler in the 4th round. Niner fans did want Hakeem Butler in a Niner uniform. I know it. I see it all on Twitter, but he's a rival now. You sandwich Zach Allen, who I really like too, out of Boston, and add Andy Isabella, you have yourself a nice group. You have to feel proud of it. Just with the coach and the new quarterback alone, you can argue the Cardinals got 2 to 3 games better. But let's look at the Rams. Now, the Rams, they didn't get any flashy picks, but the past couple of years, they've done their work during free agency. They picked up safety Eric Weddle, former Raven. They've also got Clay Matthews and Blake Bortles to be a backup quarterback to Jared Goff, of course. In the draft, they picked up Taylor Rapp in the 2nd round, a very nice safety out of Washington. Drafting Darrell Henderson in the 3rd round has me thinking, are they going to take it easy on Gurley this year? He's been dealing with injuries his whole career, and now they have to be thinking, are these injuries catching up to him? This season will determine that. And lastly, let's look at the Seahawks, who have been the Niners' nemesis this decade. I believe they drafted well for what they were looking for, I guess. Let's look at the offseason for Seattle. They re-signed KJ Wright and signed Mike Upati. Remember him, Niner fans? Signed former Niners Cassius Marsh too after trading Frank Clark to the Chiefs. In the draft, they picked up defensive end LJ Collier from TCU. Just bull rushes you, but he's quick for his size. Just brings that energy and high motor all the time. He's totally a Pete Carroll type of player. You add safety Marquise Blair and linebacker Ben Burr-Kirven, but the one that has everyone talking and excited if you're a Seahawks fan is drafting wide receiver out of Ole Miss, DK Metcalf. Now, this does have me worried because I'm sure Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson can turn him into a star receiver. They also brought in Ezekiel Anza, former Lion, so Seahawks have gained a lot of good players. With gains, though, there are losses. The Seahawks basically let go of Doug Baldwin and Cam Chancellor this offseason. This is basically a new Seahawks team. Baldwin was Wilson's security blanket for his entire career, and now it'll just be weird seeing them play without him. Much respect for him, and a huge loss for Seattle. They made the playoffs last year with a beat-up, shot offensive line and linebacker group. I feel they did improve in some positions, but these two are going to be a huge loss, no doubt about that. The NFC West, though, is packed. Talent across the board, everywhere you see it. Offensives got better. It's an offensive-minded sort of division outside of maybe Seahawks. But anyways, guys, let me get your thoughts on this. How do you feel about the Niners' opponents in the division? You have to think each team did get better. Maybe the Rams take a step back, but still, they're division champs. Leave your comments below, guys. Also, here here's a look at some of your comments that were left in my previous video. This is how you graded the draft. Thank you all for participating and watching this video. And as always, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.